Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. So we dropped everything off. So now... Oh, voice not working? Voice? Audio voice. It's working there. Voice is working there. Okay, just had to catch up. Fair enough. That's doable. So we dropped everything off. I need some food. Yeah. Two of those. I love that you don't need tin openers on this server. Hi, John. How are you, mate? Right, we need to take some spare ammo with us for this trip, because I burn through this ammo so quickly. So, what did we have to do next? We had to do quests. So what we got left to do? We completed that one. What's that one? That's cigarettes. PvP exit traveler. We need to do at some point. I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm really good. Shoot in Sabor. So we need to go to Sabor. Okay. Map. Sabor. So we have to get down here and kill some bots. So we'll set that as our RV. Good enough for me. 7.4. Got full mags. Our kit's pretty much repaired. We've got emergency food on us, a Snickers and a Oreo cookie. Full water bottle. We're good to go. The base has got a little bit more reinforced since you were last here. I don't know if you have been here. Yeah, you have been. Are you, John? You okay? Oh, you said okay, thanks. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, here we go. We need a box of nails to finish the base off. That's the one that needs to be reloaded. You've been Bob the Builder. Yeah, you know what I'm like. I've also worked on the Discord today. I've done the links. I've started building the Discord into something a bit more, even if you can't see it yet, a bit more friendly. After I've moved, I am going to put a server up just until the end of the year. But it will be a private server for Discord members only. So people will have to be in the Discord to be able to get the password. The password will change monthly. So it will be a reward for people that are in the Discord or have access to the server, basically. It won't state solo, duos, trio, or anything else. It just won't have. Got planned for base. Got the same affection. Got planned for base. Cool. Yeah. So it'll have. Sign me up. Yeah. So you should be in the Discord, I believe. But Discord me. Minimize that. Paste that. Bump. There you go. But it won't be till after I've moved that I even look at it, mate. And I'm sure you understand. Because it won't be something quick for me to do. I want to get it right to put it up. It just won't have a group mod. So if you want to run in teams, you're going to have to wear an armband, basically. I haven't decided on the map yet. But it won't be until after I've moved and after I've settled in and after I've settled in. I've got a lot of other stuff to do before I think about that, if that makes sense. But once I've moved and I have a week's holiday or a couple of weeks off, then I might look at it then. And I've started looking at the mods list, but as I said, I haven't decided on the map yet. It might be a case that I put it on Badlands, because Badlands is going to be such a big map, and it's a whole new mechanic, and we can just add a few mods to it. I don't know. I can't give that answer until it comes out. But obviously I would like to make some content on Badlands, and having my own server running it would make sense. But I can't decide yet. Certainly I need the patch to come out in a couple of weeks' time into main to see what updates we get on that. I need to know when Badlands is dropping. My guess is October. It won't be heavily modded. It won't be so bad because I'll still keep this place while I'm moving, but my offer's been formally accepted now. So I'll hold where I'm living now. I will keep until after I've got the new place set up. The more nightmare will be that I don't own any furniture apart from 3 computer desks and a computer chair. Everything else, and a little fridge that will get thrown away. Everything else will need buying. So, and I need to go through a lot of mine just in time for Crimbos. Could be good, yeah. And a lot of the stuff that I'll buy stuff new, but I'll throw away things. Like I've got a double bed at the moment. I'm going to go to a king size bed. So I'll need a new duvets and covers and pillows and everything else. I might as well do it right. Also, I'm changing the car at the same time, which will probably be more of a nightmare. So the car's getting upgraded. Like massively upgraded. I'm going from a old car to a new car. That'd be good though. It'll make a difference. Oh, I see Discord's playing up tonight. That's useful. I'm not carrying a knife anymore, I just shoot things. I did a Northwest Airfield mission this morning, and the airdrop at the same time, for all my sins. But I'm thinking of whatever map I'm doing, I'm thinking of making it a different type of challenge, different type of base building, doing things differently. I've got some sneaky ideas to make life more of a pain for players. Oh, very successful. Of course I was. Killed about 50 zombies, dealt with the AI, extracted with a endgame card to get into the loot inside the bunker or the laboratory. I just don't have access to the lab yet, or the whole team on to fight our way in, because there's endgame bosses in there, and I can't do it well, I could do it solo, but I'm not good enough probably to do it solo. I'd want to take Chuckles and Lego. Ah, the goblin, I know, has returned. Yes, he's back. I've been playing this massively. I'm loving this server, even though the numbers aren't on here. Certainly, though, there's inspiration from this for what I will do for a survival server. So you can probably expect less zombies and more AI, but not heavily armed, if that makes some sense. Enough to annoy you without it being too bad. It won't be expansion AI either, because the AI they're using here, I can't afford to run a server to run it. It'll be Bandit AI, because it runs on a better model for servers like I run. They are in this world. They're not in the. They are in your world. That's a fair way of putting it. As a whole, what I'm playing now is not how you would normally expect a PvP server to be. Let's be honest. Because AI really don't fit into the PvP world. They probably do on here because they make it feel alive, and it works. But I can see why it's not popular, because players see AI and don't bother joining. And I 100% get that. I understand. I understand completely. And as much as the AI in military are slightly harder, the AI in towns, they're so inaccurate. You can see, as long as you don't meet them as you open the door, sat looking at you with a shotgun, you can pretty much survive. What they do, though, is they force you to have a firefight, which means if there's somebody nearby, they'll come looking. Like now, if I heard a firefight going down, I'd go looking for the player. And that is a mechanic I like. I like how you can use them to make things more realistic in a way. And I've got some ideas. Obviously, long term, I still would like to have our own server. And I'm going to have fast enough internet where I'm moving that we could have our own server. But probably won't be next year because I'm going to go to America next year on holiday. I think probably the year after. The downside to having our own server is I don't want to spend all my time looking after it. If that makes sense. That's the last thing I want. And it will increase my electricity costs. So I have to think about things like that. But what I'll probably end up with is a second-hand laptop with a fair amount of cooling running the server. Just set up for as a server. It's not going to drink electricity, but I can't support it all the time. And I want to have a life. And I'm going to be in a position that I can afford to have a life at last. So why can't I go on holiday? But if I'm on holiday, people don't get any support for 2 weeks. And we all know how well that happens. Why is Goblin not here to support us? What's he doing? Why is no one else supporting us? Yeah, mate, you go have your Yorkshire tea. I understand completely. Yorkshire tea's all right. It's not a bad brew. Not the best, but it's not bad. You want to try some Cornish tea? How far out am I? Fair distance still. Is that a base? That'll be a base. Sorry, got a trance tune stuck in my head. We're up near base. Someone's hacking a crate. Hi, Red. How are you, mate? You okay? We're off doing missions and quests tonight. I've got to kill 5 in Starry. That's tonight's aim, is to do clear some of these quests down. Because the base is nearly, well, the base is finished. So now it's about clearing the quests and getting towards endgame. John's off making a brew currently, making a Yorkshire tea. I've got the Discord is up and running again. So with notifications of when I go live, so that's all sort of running again. Oh, I'm with you 100% on that. It was too warm for me. Yeah, it was, yeah. And it's not going to be cool this week, but it's going to be manageable. Welcome back, John. Yeah, the heat will be more manageable this week. Nothing wrong with Yorkshire tea. I was trying to say to John, I quite like Cornish tea. We sometimes have it at work because the boss brings it up from home. But nothing wrong with Yorkshire tea. But I also quite like Tesco's red tea. Thanks, Red. But you'll get in the chat channel there once I've enabled you, and which I won't do till after the stream sort of thing. Then whenever I go live, it will come up with a notification that I'm live. I need to put that Discord link onto a button on my stream deck. That's the one thing I haven't done. Just so I don't have to cut and paste it all the time. So that'll be the next thing to fix. Right, let's go kill 5. Is it 5 enemy or 6 enemy we have to kill? A few enemy. Oh, no, how surprising, we need a drink. Let's get them out of the way as well, because we're about to fill up with gear. And that one there. And those 2 when we need them. Let's clear this town. Well, looking for... not that. I thought the proper box of nails. That's a sell to the trader box, or sell to black market box of nails. Right, let's get to the trade up and hand these in. And then pick some more. I've got 2 quests to hand in now. I've got that one. Get us some money. That one will get us MVGs and thermite. That would hurt your thumbs so much as someone that teaches loading drills. Oh yeah, completely. So the stuff it gives you, the extras, the things like this can all be sold to black market, which you'll make good money out of. They're worth having, obviously. That's massively worth having. That's a spawn at base kit. But the more rep we get, the more missions it'll open up to us. There's a total of 120 different missions on the server, or quests. I'm just reading a message. Nothing to worry about. I made a donation to this server today to help with their upkeep. So I'm going to be making this my permanent server to make content on. And to advertise and to push. So it's only seemed right to make them a donation, because thanks to this server, I'll earn a bit of money. 100 views on live is worth about £1 to me. So I've made 10p in the last 30 minutes. And if I make video content on here, that's worth slightly more. Which I will be doing. So I've made them a donation to keep them going, to invest in my future. This wipe, as I said, I think I've said a couple of times now, a few times, this wipe's about learning the server, which is why I'm streaming it more. Next wipe will be about playing the server once I've learnt it, so there'll be more videos being made on here. Someone's got a base on top of a castle, haven't they? Let's go have a look at Altar on the way to home. I'd like to build at that castle at some point. Not quite like they've done, but I would like to live at that castle. I don't like overhanging stuff. I think it looks unprofessional. It's not my sort. It looks like a TIE fighter. believe they built a custom altar. If we're going to go to the trader, we might see if there's stuff we can sell. Yeah. I like castle builds. I'm a castle build fan massively. But on this server, I'd need Chuckles and Lego on at the same time. And I've just offered somebody the 4th spot in the team. So I have to see whether they agree. If not, I am sort of recruiting for a 4th member in the team. But it'll be from people I know and trust, if that makes sense. But that have got a headset and willing to play. That don't mind me streaming, and that's a big thing about it. Or don't mind me making content. Because if we're going to dominate this server, having a 4-man team on a 4-man server makes perfect sense. And I want to learn, and I want to be the... if I'm going to pick a home and stay with it through thick and thin until they get their numbers up, I need to be good on that server. And I think this is good as a home. We'll have that. Take that. They're only tier 2, but... Police key, we'll take that certainly. They're useful. Always get good stuff out of police stations. Oh, this is proving very useful. That's only a USG, isn't it? Detonator? Shit. I like their fire station there. Not. But there's a key card room in there somewhere. Didn't really want a pistol mag, but hey. No point checking that. There's not enough points in it to make it worth. So we're going to have to go trader and then go home and then pick some more missions. We might go home via a police key. Because we can drop some of this off at the secure area at trader. And if we let the detonator go in there, I'll be over the moon. Because they're needed, like massively, to make heavies. And we'll drop the AK off. It's 74, isn't it? Yeah. Drop the food off. Probably the sleeping bag if it will let me. And then sell the rest of the shit that we can get away with. I don't think we can drop the key off, but we might go home via a key then. Go home via a police station. Especially because we'll have MVGs, which will make our lives easier. If we're coming into night time, yeah, it's 4:45 in the afternoon. It'll get dark around 8 and light around 3:30. It's an hour of night, including sunrise and sunset, which are 20 minutes each. So it's 20 minutes of sunrise, 20 minutes of sunset, and 20 minutes of pitch black. It's not so bad if we've got MVGs. As long as we remember to hip fire. And we can then drop the collectibles at home. And we've got a joint. Joy. Well, we can sell it at black market. I'm not smoking it on the server. We know what happens. I start hallucinating on most servers where I smoke shit like that. So I've managed to get 2 players on the server so far. We've got Gurmit on here and West. So I'm going to carry on pushing it. I think players should play this server. 100%. I'm currently streaming like, oh, it's me. I'm really looking forward, John, when I've got the new place set up, and Red, if you're still there, that I'm building a proper content creation room. That's gonna be my pride and joy. Having a room set up that's made for streaming, made for making content in, made for that world. And I've got some things planned to... Yeah, we've got some things planned. That's a good way of putting it. So, obviously I have a webcam, I don't use it a lot. But we're going to start using it when I go... when I use Be Right Back, I'll use it to give images of the room as talking points. So there'll be stuff up on the walls, like DayZ maps, there'll be model, life-size, full-spec model weapons up on the wall and hanging from the ceiling. Okay, Red, no problem. I have to check, you know, you never know, because I know what I'm like. You go and watch people and you're like, oh, I'll just go and make a brew, I'll do this, I'll do that, and do the other. So, people have lives. So I'm looking forward to having all that. I'm potentially going to get one of those Lego K98, or K98, yeah. The one that you can get the plans to make it in Lego, full size, and have that hung from the ceiling. Stuff like that. It'd be then when I go Be Right Back, when I'm away from keyboard or during a server restart, the webcam then kicks in and you can see all that stuff in the room. And then every couple of days I'll change the webcam position so there's different views of the room. So I'm thinking that sort of thing as talking points. Something different. It always amuses our American viewers when they're like, you've got guns on the wall. They're not real, mate. It's fine. Yeah. And even some pictures of me when I was in service, you know, pictures of me in uniform with rifles when I did it for a job. But having a room that's dedicated just for that process, sort of. I'll have my military stuff that I have to have for my other hobby up on a shelving system in the room. But again, that fits into the DayZ environment. There'll be a shelf behind me that's got a Bergen on, packed ready to go, that's got webbing on, that's got uniform, that's got boots. People will go, oh, what's all that then? And then another conversation starter. And then it keeps it out of my front room. My front room then becomes a place to relax that's not about geeking. It's about sitting in front of the TV and watching a film or listening to music or cooking food. Keep John happy. So I'll have a kitchen to work with again. Yeah, a shelf full of MREs, not a problem. I've got MREs coming out of my ears at work that are all out of date, that need throwing away. I can just bring them home and line them up. Yeah? I like your thinking, John. I like your thinking. Or maybe a board of them that's up like an A4 board, like a poster board with what each of them are, with a line drawn, like boil in the bag meal and what meal it is and how you cook it up on the wall. Because then people will be like, what's that? And I've got all the DayZ maps that they've produced so far. So Livonia, Chernarus, Sakau. Having those framed on the wall. No, I haven't. Weapons I've fired. 303, Bren, Browning High Power, SA-80A1, SA-80A2, sort of. A variety of it. 94, M4, Barrett Light, 50. That's military dealt with. Then civilian, 22, 222, 243, 270, 300 Winchester Magnum, and various shotguns. Yeah, 303. We used to use them in cadets. When I was an army cadet in those days. Now we've got a version of the SA-80 that we use now. Used to live in this castle on the first ever server I played as a team. Right. Trader. Ding. Just wait for it to catch up. I daren't move because I'll end up out to sea somewhere and have to swim home. There we are. Oh, no, I fired GMP. That's a fair point. I have fired GPMG. Right, what do we need to sell to start with? We need to sell... We need to put stuff away that we're keeping. In this horrible thing. But that has to be kept. Everything else that can sell should be sold because we can't put the key in there. No. We'll keep the food on us. We'll sell the rubbish ammo. A couple of MP5s, maybe the AK. So I was an army cadet in the 80s. I then joined the regular army. And then when I left the army, I went back to cadets. Then I did that for like 15 years. And then I had a lot of years off and I've gone back to it again. I think we're going to keep the 74. We need a spare weapon for camp. And that's worth having. So I'm back being an instructor again now. After a long time off. We'll keep the scope. Keep the muzzle brake. Magazines. Going to keep that because that looks Gucci. Get rid of the MP5 mags. Keeping those. Sell that. That's not being used. Sell that. Sell that. They're both being used. Bullets. Keep the 5.56. That's slightly better. Let's condense what we've got. Because we need to hand in these missions and we'll get loot out of those. And I also want to do a police station on the way home, so it'll give us more loot. Might as well. One of my best friends here was a major para. Okay, one of the guys I worked with was in the parachute regiment before he came to us. For a lot of years. We need to put the key there. Mags are all loaded, that's good. Let's hand in the quests now. So, complete. That should have given us some loot. And stuff to sell. I do need to buy a battery. We've got another one to hand in, haven't we? Oh, I've got more missions opened up. Oh, God. Complete that. Right then. This one is search and deliver 3 gas things. Deliver 4 morphines. Travel to 3 military bases. Kill 10 AI. And deliver 3 masks. Open any locked door and kill 3 raiders. Kill a boss at Northwest Airfield. Travel to those areas and kill AI. Travel to the church and kill 3 AI. Kill 3 puppies. Kill lots of bots and get the stash upgrade. Travel there and kill AI. Kill lots of AI. Still do that. Yeah. And T4 mission. Deliver that lot to get that lot. They are. I'm not going to pretend they're not. So that's that lot done. Let's find a battery. Who's likely to have batteries for sale? Your base building. I can't see it, but let's see. Buy one of them. That's that solved. And where's it gone? It's a case for junk. That's for the base. That needs to go into my MVG slot. Check it's working. It is. That's that done. Right, we don't need anything more from here. Let's pay that money aside. Into the group account. That's that done. Okay, so where's our nearest police station? That'll be that one there. Get rid of the Starry Sober one. Oh, all the missions we've got are now highlighted. Right, hit that one and then go home. Here we go again. No, we've got nothing on us that we don't mind losing. Obviously, I don't really want to lose that, but yeah. Oh, 700 meters from objective. Perfect. It's really nice that it's got all these quests on here because it does give us something to do. Yeah, streamer luck completely. Normally you'd get spat out in the middle of a field and you'd hate it. But where I currently am on this server, with low pop, I'm like, yeah, that's streamer luck, isn't it? My intention is to stream this tomorrow night. Not Tuesday, not Wednesday, not Thursday. And then I'm away Friday, Saturday. So next Sunday I'll be streaming Monday, then the following Sunday. I'll quick check for nails. Right, we need to push this. Unlock the room, grab the loot, and then extract and get out alive. But normally there's AI in here, because last time they nearly killed me. Because I opened the police door and one was waiting behind it with a pistol and he opened up at me as soon as I opened the door. Okay. Thank you. So, I don't really want to bump into the AI until I'm ready. Yeah. Shit, that's shit. Sellable. Nah. Better than nothing, I suppose. The fact that I've not triggered them is worrying. I'll get the useful stuff home. And then get back out again and carry on with this. Right, so back down to base, drop off everything important, refuel on food and water, ammo, and then get back out on the ground on our next quest. This server is weekend only raiding, which I'm not a fan of, but it probably works with the lifestyle I currently have, where I'm busy 3 nights a week and at least 1, normally 2 weekends a month, where Chuckles only gets to play for 3 days a week because he works 12-hour shifts plus commute and works a night shift. So when he does his 3 days on, that's his 36 hours plus probably an hour and a half travel either way. He does not feel like gaming. That's fair. And Lego works shifts over a 24/7 period with limited time off. So a lot of this server I'll be doing solo. So weekend only raiding works for me. But each wipe, my aim will be to live in a different base. Now, what I might do is stream it like we have been and continue streaming it while the pop is low. And then at the end of wipe, download all the streams for that wipe and turn them into a video and upload the video. One way of doing it. Upscale it using into 4K, because when you download streams that are at 4K, they don't come down as 4K. So you need to do a bit of work on it to make it 4K. Or I record, and when the numbers get busier on here, which they will do again, then I start recording it to stop the stream sniping. Always do live at wipe night, because people want to see that shit when all hell's breaking loose. And always go live once we've got a base pretty much established, because that stops some people. But I also realise if the server becomes popular, and as I become more popular, people will want to take me out, because that's how it works, isn't it? As you become more popular as a streamer, people want to kill you, because it gives them, they like the whole idea that they've killed a streamer. I get it. Done it myself, so I can't really object to other people doing it. Obviously, we're after a box of nails, so a little search. Sellable, I suppose. Makes sense. The price of fame. And I see, I don't think I'm famous, but in some circles, you know, people do go, oh, you're the Looting Goblin. And I'm certainly known by people I didn't expect to know me. We do with a bigger rucksack as well. That's been quite difficult to get. And then the weekend after next, so I'll be on Monday, I'll be on Sunday. Then I'll be on Monday, Friday, nothing Saturday, maybe Sunday. So I'm away again. I've got an adult training weekend with cadets. Next weekend we're training basics, so training cadets and assessing them. And then the following weekend we've got adult training and then a barbecue and a few beers without any cadets. Milkman called you a gentleman. That's nice. That's nice of Milkman. I wouldn't have expected that. He got stream snipe regularly. It happens on every game. Yes. But he used to stream snipe people he was playing with at times, did old Mr. Milkman. I get it. Yeah. As you get knowing, people want to take you out. I do understand. I do understand. AI. I can hear him. This is our, you're in base and you hear beeping window. Wait there. As that door blows, open fire. Start dropping off. Oh. There we go. Start dropping off shit. This is all for runs to black market at some point. Is it T2? Yeah, we'll sell that. About 2-3 it is. That military power filter, sellable. That was keepable, sellable. Sellable. RAM, sellable. T3 helmet. What helmet have I got on? T3 keepable. Sellable. Wireless transmitter. Get rid of that. 9x19. Get rid of that. Foregrip. Sell that because it'd be worth good money. Right, that's that lot done. Food drop off. Because we never have enough food. Oh, I've got another MP5 there. How do we end up with that? That was, oh, I got it as a reward, didn't I? Doors closing. Or AI looking for me. Yeah, AI looking for me. You can hear them jumping. Need to open that before it lets you put it in the fridge for some reason. But we can live with that. That's that done. Right, that is a rubbish bin. And it slots into a shelf, which we don't have yet. I could buy one, but we'll put it in there for future use. Detonator needs to go with the other detonator. There. Anything else to go into the dep kit? No. MP5 is for sale. This is our for sale weapons. Clothing goes into clothing. Scope goes into scope. Spare Gucci mag can go into our pile of shit there. That's all got homes for it. That's first aid. That's first aid. That's first aid. That's repair kit, though we will start to carry that one with us. Ready for when our boots go. Right then, put that one away there. That one there. First aid up here. Everything has to have its place. This is me we're talking about. Bandage there. Move the single one to the end. Still got the AFAC. Still got the big bandage. That's good enough for me. That goes into that one. Happy with that. Right, let's reload some ammo. 30, 30, 30. They're done. Good. Right, we need to eat and drink before we get back out on the ground. So, eating to start with. Have some beef. Those. An AK to drop off, didn't we? Yes, we do. That's full. That's full. That's not. That's a for sale one. And that's now a for sale one. That is a gun rack. Don't be so stupid, Goblin. Close that. Try again. I think any weapon slots in there? No. There we go. Yep, eat this. Drinkables. They just need filling. Lot of hydration. There we go. Right then, missions. What's next? So the PvP ones we're just going to keep, and the search and destroy ones, if we find the stuff, we'll deal with it there. That's boring and not needed yet. That will be... Oh. We get one of those for dropping off that. We've already got one of those. Okay. So what have we got on these? That is a, we need to find those items. That is a, I need 3 morphine injectors. Okay. That one is travel to 3 military bases. Weapons bag, 50 grand, and that sounds like a one worth doing. So 3 military bases makes sense. And then we've got to kill military AI. So that actually does make sense. That's more military AI need killing. That's open locked doors, so that can be done at any point. That's the boss, so I have to get into end game to do that one. That's what villages kills to get a key. That's travel to the church there, kill 3 AI bots, and we get some alcohol. Daily. That's AI bots up there. Alpha container I'm nowhere near ready for. We need to get all of these items together and hand it in for the secure container. And then medicals. We've got the vitamins. I haven't got the tools, and I haven't got the pile of meds yet to get that lot. Okay, so we're doing military bases then. That makes sense. Let's get rid of that. But that's sort of shouting at us, isn't it? Three people that want to kill me on here. They despawned already? No, it's still there. Just pixel time. We're going home. That was a player. He was hitting me with something big. Hell yeah. Hey, fat. And there's no way I'm going to fight him. Whatever he's hitting me with is hurting. But I saw big guns. Taking me a week to get there, just under a week to get there. I need 100,000 to be able to buy code locks and 200,000 to be able to buy nails. Oh. Let's see what we got. So I'm just sending a GG. What do we get? We got a foul. And we got a 308 with box mag. M60E4. We got MVGs. We got some sellable stuff and a drive. And we do need another med pack. They're worth their weight in gold. Right, what are we dropping off? Yeah, drop that off. First aid, that's collectibles, collectibles. The purification tablets, we're running out of space for those, so that's collectibles, that's sellables. That is splint. Oh, we don't have a splint yet. We don't. Splint. One of them. Water purifications, they can be sold. That can be sold. They're not being sold. G's can go there. I need 2 radios to make those work. Right, just gonna be right back, guys. Just gonna pop to the toilet a second. All right, I'm back, guys. Oh, right then. Come on. No reply to my message? No. So, what were we going to do before we were rudely interrupted by that? I'm going to put that away to start with. Thanks, John. So I was starting to extract that way. I came under fire from here. And then I ran that way, and they kept firing at me until I got into the tree cover down here somewhere, didn't they? And then we flanked up the ditch and swung in behind. So I'm hoping that he'll think that I'm over here living. Now, last time I went in there, I didn't find any AI. Now, does it have the military camps marked? Yeah, VMC's one of them. Starry's one of them. Mishkino's one of them. What else is ATM's there? Okay. Try Cresta. So if we push this way, go round the back of Tissy, and then drop down, do Mishkino, which I know is hard hitting because it was last time. Then swing back via. We've got to do some stuff in Starry, haven't we? The church, got to visit the church and kill some AI. So VMC there. And then potentially airfield, I'm guessing. That sort of makes sense. Right, that's what we're going to aim to do and see how we get on. Got somebody outside the base. Let me just keep quiet a second. I don't think so. Right. So we're going to push up here. Because I don't want to hit that. Not worth it. And then push down to there. See if we trigger any AI. Might go through the outer edges of Tissy. See if we trigger anything. Down to try Cresta military. See if we trigger. Into Mishkino military. See if we trigger. And do sort of that circuit. VMC at a push because it draws everybody's attention. Back into Starry and deal with that. And then back to the trader. Repair all our gear because there's a repair station in the trader. And then extract home after buying a shelf. Sounds like a plan. And I'm sorry, Chuckles. I'm going to have to fill your house with a shelf, I think. Or, yeah, I'm always wary there's somebody outside at this point. $17.30. There's no rules against camping on here. I'd hope to be getting near 100,000, but I'm not. I've only got 2 more gaming sessions this week. 1 more Monday. Away Friday night. Yeah, I've only got 1 more gaming session this week. So I'm not going to do 60,000 this week. And I might not be on tomorrow night, depending on how tomorrow pans out at work. How badly damaged did we get? Not too bad. He did hit us. We took rounds to the chest. Yeah, that needs repairing, that's for sure. Tier 4 body armour saves the day again. It felt like 308 that was hitting me, because it was single shot. He should have stopped running and gone for a headshot. Or gone for a leg shot. Put me on the ground with a broken leg. And then finish me off. But I understand in the heat of the battle you just chase the foe and start shooting. And then when they start disappearing into trees, you don't know where they're going to pop out next. Now, Mishkino military AI are a bitch, from experience. I realise I'll have to stick MVGs on soon, but if I stick them on now, I'll be blinded. And I don't mind getting all these 308 assault machine guns, but they're no use for normal patrol-y stuff. Hi, hello mate, you alright? I just got shot, like by a player shot, but not killed. Just did an airdrop. Yeah, all good. I like the server. It felt good to have some gunfights, even if it was AI. Isn't it awesome? Isn't it just fun? That's what I keep telling people. It feels good. And people are like, yeah, it's AI. AI done normally are shit. They do not work. This place seems to have hit the right balance for AI. And they work. For whatever reason, they work well on here. a fun server. It's a really fun server. Yes, yeah, it does, doesn't it? It feels more alive. There's stuff happening. It's not quite as safe going into military or towns. When you come under fire and have a firefight, you know you have to leave because other players might come and investigate. It feels a bit more real. Yeah, I get that. You can see why I like it. I only left in the past because they went full pop and it kept crashing because they had too many AI on here. And they kept asking for why do you think the problem is, and they were going, we think we need to update the hardware. And I was like, you need to reduce the AI. The hardware you've got can't manage them. And they wouldn't believe me. So I left for a year. And then I've come back and they're like, yeah, we've reduced the AI. Oh, really? How surprising. Yeah. But as long as this works and the numbers grow, this will become my permanent home. Because Wipe's about 12 weeks long. We're a part-time team, so that works well. I need to have my wits about me here. Chance of a base around. I think we'll have MVGs on. No, it works really well. They're good at it. They're good at what they do. 12-week wipe, brilliant. Weekend-only raiding for part-timers like me, brilliant. Lots to do. You know, I've opened up even more missions. I've opened up pink missions now. So, awesome. 120 missions to do. Obviously, some of them involve killing players, which is harder to do with low pop. But still lots to do. Each wipe, we're going to move base and live somewhere different as a team. Because it's small flag, you can build a covert base, which is nice. That makes a difference. There are some big bases on here. But because you've got tiny flag, because metal's reasonably easy to find, nails are a bit of a bitch, but you can get them. It's not too difficult to metallize doors and have a covert base. And if you're a solo, you know, as you see what I've done, and as much as I'm in a trio, the other Chuckles is on for morning only, and Lego's not joined us yet, and I've been playing it mostly as a solo. So that's what I've done as a solo on here. And if you go into harder military, like the end game, the lab, or you go into Mishkino military, things like that, the AI get harder. A little bit more accurate, and they have a slightly higher power weapons. Code locks, I found 2 or 3 in the world. And then once I found 2 or 3, I kept finding them. Metal loads. Nails I find really difficult to find. But I think that's just the luck of the draw, isn't it? It's DayZ. But I found enough to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 doors, and they're metallized. So, and walls as well. I think it's pretty good going. And if you get to 100,000 experience rep, you can buy code locks, and 200,000 you can buy nails. Sorry, we've got a quest to hit 3 military camps. Ask BM. Hit 3 military camps and kill the AI. You know, sleeping bag for spawn at base with a 30-minute cooldown. Perfect. So keep them for when you're being raided. Raiding maps are not the easiest of things to come by. Money's easy enough to make, so you can buy storage. You don't need to cook on the server. Tins, you don't need a tin opener to open. It's a godsend. Some custom areas. Yeah, it's good. If you do hit through the windscreen, you can kill the pilot. And then you'll get a kill and you'll bring down the helicopter. I would suggest that the first thing you do, if you haven't done it, is you go to Trader and pick up every mission. So if you do kill if you do kill AI, so if you do kill a heli and kill the player, you gain the reward straight away. And then find yourself somewhere nice and covert to build. And the community, because it's small, are reasonably friendly. But chickens killed 95 people. Barns I found code locks in. Farming areas. So my suggestion is search farming. Or key cards. Keys. Sorry. Obviously industrial, because it's always industrial. No, it's good. It's a good server. It's the fun server. Having to run collectibles to BM makes sense as well. The one thing I don't like at the moment is the fact that we've got the repair station in normal trader, so you can repair all your kit back to pristine whenever you go to a safe zone. That annoys me. But I put a suggestion in that they move it to BM to force players to have to push BM. Whether they do it or not, it's a different matter. You know, I was just shot probably 5 times in my back and wasn't killed. So the last thing you want is to give players the ability of doing that easily. One of the quests you've got gives you a box of nails and a code lock. One of like the starter quests. I think you have to go to Starry Sober and kill 5 military AI. When you run back to the trader and hand it in, you'll get a box of nails and a code lock. Yes. So yeah, so if you pick up the initial mission, that go to Starry Sober, Starry Military, kill the AI there, load up on weapons, take the weapons back and sell them, buy some storage, and then run straight down to where you want to build. You can get a door up. It's also not normal building. All you need is a base building plus book in your hand, and you can make the plan and all the resources in your material in your rucksack. There you go. And that will give you a code lock. I mean, it's only one, but it's a code lock. And then what you do is you build the plan. As you saw, you can auto stack logs really easily. Yeah, and a little bit of security. Get yourself, then one of the other easy quests gets you like a locker or something else. I got a, Chuckle's got a locker for it, and I got a medical cabinet. On here, your flag has to be, if your flag's left for 7 days, you lose your base. So you need to, once you've got your flag down, keep it up every few days. Okay, mate. Thanks for being here, John. Always appreciated. Have a good evening. Is that a base? No. Where I was living on the last server I was playing with the team. ammo. Ah. Sort of need to go home. Yeah. Because I need to finish off the build. And we're out of ammo. Or resupply of ammo. To get through so much on here. I'll probably on the restart, guys, call it for the evening. I'm back to work tomorrow. I've got a lot on tomorrow. I've got a fair amount on tomorrow because we couldn't get a lot done last week because of the heat. And we got a busy-ish week this week. So I've got a fair amount I need to do tomorrow. And then I'm busy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And don't get home again till Sunday lunchtime. So I need to limit a little bit my gaming time, and I want to stream some tomorrow night, potentially. So I'll probably call it on the restart, and then come back on tomorrow and continue. But try and get on slightly earlier tomorrow. I would have got on earlier today, but I was waiting for Amazon to deliver a vape to me, and it was a. We'll deliver between 12 and 3. Between 1 and 5. Between 6 and 7. Yeah, thanks, Amazon. Yeah, completely typical that. And because it was a vape, I couldn't have it delivered to a locker because you have to prove your age. And the only reason I had to get it was because the battery died on my other vape. I always have 2 vapes, so when I go away, I can get through a weekend without having to recharge them. But because I've got a weekend on next weekend, when the battery died yesterday, it was like, I need one to come in today. So I've got it for when I go away Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, barbed wire, but it's me, so I'm allowed on barbed wire on this server. It's only Goblin servers where barbed wire is a problem. I've got all the fun when I move with Amazon because some of the stuff I'm getting is from Amazon. Some of it's not. I found a really nice wooden bed. It's not oak, sorry, but it's made using the Japanese method of slotting things in, and no nails, no screws. Everything has the sockets that you slot round things. And I'm like, I'll have to pay for the privilege of having it, but I'm like, that is so nice. A king-size bed that I can build in about 15 minutes because everything just slots together. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll fall for that just because it's so nicely made. And it's in wood. Just, yeah, I love that whole, we don't need nails. This slots inside here and this pins that and that does this. And yes, you pay for the privilege, but I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. It's expensive. It's just over £1,000 for the bed. So it's not the cheapest of things, but I'm buying stuff as my forever stuff. I want stuff to last. Like I'm getting a very expensive mattress to go with it that will hopefully help my back. I've never had a good mattress in my life. I've only ever had either hand-me-downs or second-hand ones or cheap ones. So to buy a good mattress will make a difference. Then I'm getting an 8K TV. Yeah, you heard that right. Everyone's like, why would you want an 8K TV? Because it's the only time in my life I'm ever going to be able to afford to get an 8K TV. Shit. Okay, so that'll be it, guys. Obviously, something was going down just ahead of us, but the restart has saved them. Or me, depending on how you look at it. I will see you in the next one. Remember, if you're a goblin in your sights, miss.